Tonight, the comedy of Manolis Zontanos. Please welcome Manolis Zontanos.
All right, okay, you guys ready? Okay, good. Okay, good. So I'm gonna tell some jokes. Here we go. I saw this on the news. They're doing a new study on massive heart attacks. I didn't know there was such a thing. I always thought you just had a heart attack, and that itself would be really shitty. I didn't know there was a need to upgrade it to fucking massive. I'm thinking how they come up the name was like probably like two doctors from California, like surfer doctors, and the one doctor just looked at the other and went, dude, that was massive. Like, what's next? Like the gnarly stroke, you know? It's like, hey, dude, that stroke you have is totally gnarly. The whole side of your face is all fucked up. Yeah, I like my coffee. I don't know about you guys. You like your Tim Hortons coffee in the morning? Yeah? But I hate them for one reason. It's like every time I go to the drive-thru, everybody's getting everything else but coffee, you know? They're getting apple fritters, Danishes, donuts, and I just want a coffee. And in my head, I'm like, in that line, I'm going, fuck, right? Because I just need that fixed. And I realize in that moment that I'm like, fuck, I think I'm kind of hooked on this shit. So therefore, Tim Hortons is like a drug to me. So therefore, they are my drug dealer. So I think they should sell nothing but coffee. Yeah, man, if you go to your actual drug dealer, they don't sell you pastries with your weed. If anybody should, they should, you know? It's like, hey, can I get a half a quart of marijuana? What kind of donuts you got today? Half of you are laughing, the other half's like, that's a good fucking idea. I like that. I got an argument with this girl about abortions. I don't want to offend anybody, but this girl's trying to tell me that she felt that women should only get abortions if they get raped. Well, I didn't agree with her. I think women should do whatever they want with their bodies. I'm pro-choice. That's right, cool. Girl's telling me I'm wrong because that's still a human being inside the womb. You're killing a human being, and that's so different than parents decide to kill their 12-year-old child. I said to her, that's the thing, though. I'm okay with that, too. I think parents should be allowed to kill their children now. At any age. That way, if you're having a problem with your kid and you say, Jimmy, clean your fucking room or I'll kill you, it's a good chance Jimmy's gonna clean his fucking room, man. Because Jimmy don't want to die. Then there's these parents that are smoking in front of their kids, right in their own homes. I don't agree with that. That's why me, if I become a parent, I'm going to be a responsible parent. I don't care it's the middle of winter. If I feel like having a smoke, I'm going to look at my kid and say, Jimmy, go outside. Sucks to be two, man. Sucks to be two. I got a brother. He's going to kill me for telling this story, but I'm Greek, right? I'm not, and obviously so is he. And what about your brother? Is he Greek? Yeah. And when we both lived at home, like we have like European parents, and we're like those parents that are like, I don't know about you guys, but if you anybody's European, but I have my dad is like grumpy. He's grumpy old man. He could, you know, he doesn't really give a shit about anything but taking care of his shit. Besides that, just leave him alone, right? So it was one of those days, like we were both living at home. My brother had this afternoon job where he's working at this factory. It was like 4 to midnight or something like that. And we get in the mail a free sample of maxi pads, right? That you probably know what I'm talking about. It's in a little pink bag with the string on it, and it's got it doesn't say anything on it. It's just a pink bag. So, yeah. So my dad sees this in the mail, doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't even care. So he takes it, thinks it's just some free shit, throws it in my brother's room, okay? Yeah, now my brother's pissed because like he doesn't have a vagina, right? And so, but at the same time, it's like, so my brother just assumes that I put it there, which I didn't, but so my brother takes this free samples of Max Pads and throws it in my room. So now I find them, and I'm also mad, but also intrigued because I never looked at one before. And so I take one out of the bag, and I'm looking at it, and I notice there's this paper on top of it, and so I'm kind of tugging at it, and, you know, tug it a little more, and the paper comes off. I'm like, huh, what's that? What's that about, right? So now I'm touching it, and I like realize there's this sticky substance on top, like it's sticky. It's like a stick, and it's like a sticker. Huh? Makes so much sense, doesn't it? Like, I never thought about it. Like, I'm thinking, like, yeah, like I knew how it worked, but I didn't think, like, I thought you just put it down there. I didn't know there was this sticker thing on it. Like, I thought, you know, it's not, you can't just, women are always on the go. You're moving around, right? You can't just put it down there and expect for the best, you know? You can't think, oh, I'm sure that'll be fine. Like, you know, like, I'm sure it won't adjust at all, you know? It makes completely, you know, you just pull the thing, you stick it to your hair, and you're on your way, right? So I get this idea. I get this brilliant idea in my head. Like, so my brother goes to work. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's gone already, and I'm like, okay, so I make his bed. I make my brother's bed, and I put the pillows like almost 3/4 of the way down because I wanted the blanket not to touch the mattress. And my mom sees me making my brother's bed. It's like, oh, you make your brother bed? Oh, what? And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'm trying to help out. Like, my mom just goes back to the kitchen. I don't even make my own fucking bed, you know? I'm making my brother's bed. My mom's oblivious. Oh, you good boy. Oh, good boy. Like that. Okay, keep cooking. And like, so I make my brother's bed. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, perfect. The bed sheets aren't touching the mattress. And I'm like, this is brilliant, right? So I take all 6 maxi pads and, you know, pull them all off, and I put them all over his bed, right? All over. Now, I don't know what's going to happen after that, but luckily I have a lock on my door, like at the time, right? So I locked my door that night. I went to bed, and my brother, what does he do that night? But comes home like drunk, like, right? Like he's drunk out of his head. So he just wants to go to bed. So he goes to bed. It's like 2 in the morning or something. He goes to bed, and he's rolling around for like 10 minutes, like he can't figure out why he doesn't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? He knows something's wrong. He doesn't know what yet. Like, he's like, what the fuck? It's just like, you know? So finally, he gets out of bed, turns on the light to see 6 maxi pads stuck all over his body. Yeah, so he's livid. He is irate. Like, he's like, what the fuck? You know? And he's drunk, though. He's running around the house like, I'm gonna kill you! He's like yelling at me. He's like, you're dead! He knows it's me, obviously. So, and in this process of just running around like a retard, he walks into a wall and starts to bleed. He gets a cut on his forehead. To this day, he has a scar. To this day, he has a scar right here. He's bleeding. You think he could have took one of the max pads and it would have been fine. He would have been fine, you know? Not my brother, not a thinker. But he's irate, so he's like running around. This guy's brilliant for this, right? He goes to my door, he's banging on my door. He's like, you're dead! He's like banging on, right? Takes one of the maxi pads, slams it on my door, this, you know, obviously the sticky part, and he decides to write on my door that I'm a fucking asshole in liquid paper. So he's standing there for like 10 minutes working on the word. Just like, he's like working on the word you. Like, it's just the one letter. It's just 10 minutes a letter. Just like this. He's like in his head, like, this will show him, you know? Just working for like a journey of like words and liquid paper and going forever. And like, so in this process of trying to write this sentence out, and there's a maxi pad, and he's bleeding here, and he's got other ones stuck to his body, my dad wakes up. My dad's door is right beside my door. He wants to know what the hell's going on. European old man opens up the door like, what the hell? What's going on? Like this, and he sees my brother standing there like this, like all like bleeding, liquid paper, like maxi, like what? Like it's like, what the hell's going on? Like in my dad's head. So my dad's like, what is this? What's going on? And my brother's trying to explain to him how I just violated him, right? But it's a chore because he's drunk, so he's slurring all his words. So my dad thinks that we're just probably fighting over something really petty and stupid, so my dad thinks he's gonna solve the problem. So in this moment of madness of my brother spewing all this shit out, my dad goes, hey, all right, don't worry, okay? Listen, I did it, okay? And my brother's like, you did it? But why? That's my maxi pad story. Okay.